Larry Heath from the AU Review in Australia. Really excited to see this film.
Are you a Blaze fan?
I've only really learned about him in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I saw the documentary a little while ago.
Yeah.
One of those songwriters who, if you don't know of them, you have heard their music without realizing it.
Yes, exactly.
And so I think and hope this film opens his music up to a lot more people.
Yes, we feel like, in so many ways that was the reason for making the film, was to push Blaze's music forward and to give it a greater exposure, greater audience, and also to show people how the way in which, people talk about Blaze's music as being so direct and so authentic. And so the movie kind of gives you insight into what motivated him to write particular songs. What were the emotional moments or narrative moments where a song just burst out of him, because that's how he wrote. He wrote so in the moment. It always amazed me. I'm a writer, and it can take me years to figure out how to tell a particular story. But Blaze, something would happen, he'd go home the next, that afternoon, and then by evening there'd be a song.
And how long did it take you to tell this particular story? Talk me through a little bit of the writing process for the film.
So I was really motivated to write the story because Kevin Triplett, who did the documentary, he got in touch with me and he sent me some of Blaze's music, which I hadn't heard for so many years, and because everything was on vinyl, I didn't have a record player, and when I heard his music, like the first plunk of his guitar, I was just catapulted into memory and grief, and it was such an intense experience that I knew I had to pursue it, and I had to find some way to understand what had happened to us and what had happened to him, who had he become in the process. And so I started writing, and I tell you, I've never written quite like that. It was just like every day I sat down at the computer and Blaze just squeezed pages out of me. I was just writing furiously, and recalling all these moments that we had lived, and remembering, there's a part of the story, it's not quite in the movie this way, but where we went from New Orleans to Texas. I'm like, well, how did we get there? I had to really dig back, and then I remembered, we hitchhiked. We were in trucks, and it was so amazing to return to those moments and those memories. I'm so grateful for it, and I felt like I had to try to heal myself. I had to heal him if I could in some way, and so the writing became that avenue for doing that.
It's great to see you wearing the duct tape flower today as well.
Yes, our art director, who is somewhere on this red carpet, she made these for all of us. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see the film. Thank you very much for your time.